Hey guys, you're watching BTech. I'm Basil. This is a Vodafone Smart V8. This is the Honor 6A. But how do they stack up with just £11 in it, pay as you go? It's a bit of a no-brainer. The Honor 6A was announced today. I always love Honor phones based on the fact they give you a great amount of value. But if you're prepared to go with Vodafone, you can actually get a lot more bang for your buck in this instance. Reason being, the Vodafone Smart V8 comes in pay as you go with £10 top up, not including that top up at £160 versus £149 if you're in the UK. If you're in Europe, you can pick up the Honor 6A for €179. Right, let's talk about these two phones. Side by side, you can see a big difference is size. 5 inches versus 5.5 inches. The 5-inch screen on the Honor 6A is 720p versus a full HD 5.5-inch Vodafone Smart V8. You've got very similar button and port configurations, USB, headphone jacks, power button, volume rocker, and expandability via micro SD card. You do have different amounts of storage on here though, and different processors under the hood. The Vodafone Smart V8 comes in with a Snapdragon 435 and 32 gig of storage versus 16 gig of storage, that's half the storage, and a Snapdragon 430, that's the older generation chipset. Taking a look around the back, and you can also see some other key differences between these two devices. You've got a fingerprint scanner on the Vodafone Smart V8, as well as a 16 megapixel camera, and that's versus no fingerprint scanner and 13 megapixel snapper. The 5 megapixel cameras are on the front, selfie cameras are going to be absolutely fine, but it's around the back that the real difference lies. One thing you do have on the Honor 6A though is phase detection autofocus, which is a really nice plus, and you've got like all of Huawei's standard shooting modes as well. So you've got your Pro Photo mode and Pro Video, which is again a really nice touch. What you can expect in terms of the user interfaces though is a better experience with Huawei out of the box. Vodafone's user interface has a few things weird with it, like for example you can't resize your widget. This is actually a custom launcher that I've installed in order to be able to do stuff like that. It's EV Launcher, as you can see, which is currently my favorite launcher as it happens. As for Motion UI with Android 7, you can do really cool stuff like bring your applications tray back. You can also customize your white balance, blue light filters so it saves your eyes, helps you sleep better. Emotion UI is really nice and customizable. When it first came out, it was just too heavy. Now, like with the smart enhancements like changing your home screen grid size, right through to, like I said, bringing back your applications tray, even stock Android fans should be relatively appeased. They've also made the 2-tier notifications tray in Emotion UI 5 a little bit more stock as well and customizable. So you've got some room to play with there. Like I said, power under the hood of these two is very, very different, as is storage. So Snapdragon 430 versus 435, but you do have expandability on both. And the battery sizes are relatively similar, 3000 milliamps or thereabouts on both. That's 3020 on the Honor 6A. And as a result, the Honor 6A will likely get you through a fuller day. But that said, what's more important to you? A full day of battery life, or bordering on to 2, or a full day of battery life, which is what we got out of this thing, and much better specs across the board, save for maybe that phase detection autofocus on the camera. Also, the Vodafone Smart V8 has NFC as well. It's a tough sell for the Honor 6A at the moment. When the price drops, maybe it'll be a little bit easier to sell. And if you discount the Vodafone Smart V8 from the market completely, or you just really don't like Vodafone, the Honor 6A is a strong competitor. But as it stands, I'd pick this one every single day. That's not to say I don't like Honor. If you haven't already checked out my Honor 9 review, you'll see that is one of my favorite devices of all time, balancing price and power perfectly. So check that out if you haven't. And if you want to know any more about either of these two devices, fire your comments in the comments section below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that thumbs up button, like the channel, subscribe. And remember guys, if you finish with your smartphone, don't throw it away. Don't leave it in a drawer. Give it away. Give it to charity. Sell it. These devices have non-renewable elements in them that are just really, really horrible when you look into how they're actually mined. So the more you can do with them, the longer you can make yours last, the better. Thanks for watching BTech.